What is up, everybody? I am Mason from the Mockbuster YouTube channel, and today we are going to be talking about my Blu-ray and 4K pickups for the month of October. Now, I kind of went ham this October. I was in the spooky season. There was a lot of sales going on. I know Black Friday is coming up next month, but you know what? I don't know. I'm a compulsive Blu-ray buyer, the society. I live in a capitalist society, and I just got to indulge myself. So first off, I got a lot of stuff here, so I'm just going to go through the non-horror stuff because I was able to find a bunch of 4Ks for pretty cheap prices, which I will talk about later, and some new releases that I just had to get because I wanted to support a certain project or whatever. So first I'm going to start by E.T. I got this maybe a couple days ago, my last Blu-ray Tuesday, because I wasn't able to find Scream and all that stuff and Sounds of the Lambs, but I got for $10, so it's cool. I haven't seen E.T. since I was like a kid in elementary school, so E.T. Next this wasn't a cheap one, but I had to get it, and it was They Live, John Carpenter classic. I'm really trying to get all the John Carpenter films on 4K. I still need The Fog and Escape from New York and all that stuff, but I have I have the Halloween, I have all that stuff. So They Live, it's still unopened in the packaging. I'll probably do a unboxing soon. Next was because the Flash coming out, I had to get to complete my Michael Keaton Batman collection. So I had Batman 89. I found it with the slipcover, and then I went to Sunrise Records. It said $35 on it. And I was like, I don't want to spend that much. But then I went back home. I searched it on the actual website, and it said it was $20. So I was like, you know what? I'll just pick it up. I told the person, they switched the price, and I got it for $20. Now, along with trying to collect John Carpenter films, I'm also trying to collect Stanley Kubrick films, and I have a really good one, and it is Spartacus, a older film, 1960. This came out the year my dad was born, so it's pretty old. Again, a huge, big budget film with practical effects and a bunch of extras, so I'm really excited to get into this. And it's Stanley Kubrick, so I'm 100% sure it's going to be an amazing film. Continuing with the Stanley Kubrick vibe, I blind bought this Dr. Strangelove. I heard it's a comedy. I don't know. I got it at Best Buy for like $15, so that's not too bad. So I honestly have no idea what it is. A digital version. It comes with all that stuff. It's a 4K, and it didn't come with a slip, which I'm kind of sad about. But at this point in my collecting career, I have enough where I'm like, it's okay. We're trying to mix it up. I'm not gonna miss a good deal just because there's no piece of cardboard on it. Now next, this was one of the best deals I got, and this was Sicario: Day of Soldado, 4K DI, I believe, and it looks absolutely amazing in 4K. I watched the stream of it, and that looked amazing, so I can't imagine what the actual 4K is, and I got this for $10, so that's absolutely amazing. Now next is, I was really tempted to get this movie a long time ago because it was on Amazon for $15. I went to Cinema One and I had it for $16, but no slipcover. And then I was like, you know what? If I have to get it with no slipcover, I'll get the cheapest possible way. And then I found this movie, Hacksaw Ridge, for $10 on Cinema at Sunrise Records. So, dude, Sunrise Records is really killing it sometimes. Sometimes they have really good prices. Sometimes they have really shit prices. But most of the time, if you can find a good deal, I had to strike on it. $10, Hacksaw Ridge, one of the greatest modern war films, so I can't wait to get into that. I still haven't seen it yet. And then nearing the end, I also got Apollo 13. This is also $10. I recently saw the Movie Collector talk about this film, so I'm really excited to get into this. Tom Hanks, made on film, Bill Paxton, Kevin Bacon, all that good stuff. Oh, jeez, let me just lift this up a bit. Now, next film is, because I had Blade Runner 1, and I heard that was really good 4K, I heard the sequel to it was even better 4K when it comes to modern releases, So I got the Blade Runner 2049 on 4K. I still haven't seen either film, so I'm really excited to get into that, and why not? The best possible way to get it, and it is on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. I remember when this came out because I was working at the movie theater, and I remember there wasn't that big of a line for it. I remember it didn't really do that well at least my location. I think because it came out during like It or something. I have no idea, but Blade Runner 2049. I'm really excited to get into that on my OLED screen, so that'll be nice. This is a new release, and it is the Green Knight. Main reason why I got it is because it's a brown guy, and if you can't tell, I'm a brown guy, so I had to support this project because it shows brown people in a different light than just like your 7-Eleven, convenience store work. It actually shows them in a powerful main man leading role. So I had to get this up. Joel Edgerton, Alicia Vikander, and Dev Patel. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. And I was just thinking, Life of Pi was a beautiful 4K, so I might as well check that out and see if it's better. Now, next is the Deer Hunter. I know this is an amazing movie. I know I won a bunch of awards, like 5 Academy Awards. You can't go wrong. You got Meryl Streep, John Cazale, Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken. And I remember watching a bit about it on like Netflix, I think, or some streaming service, and it was really good. So I got a bit bored, but I started watching this when I was 14, and I hadn't finished it, so why not to get it on 4K? I remember this was $27 on Amazon. I made a whole video about it, but the price went up again to $38, and I found this for $27. So I'm like, I might as well just pick it up now because it's a boutique Blu-ray. It's a Shout Factory release, so it's not like a general release, and I'm excited to get it. And it even comes with a slipcover, so best of both worlds. Now we're going to get into the horror 4Ks and Blu-rays. Starting off, I want to talk about the Steelbooks that I got. And this first Steelbook I got was The Exorcist, the extended director's cut. Now, this is the only version I've watched in the past maybe 15 years, so I can't imagine. I don't know what was taken out of the theatrical cut because everything in this cut feels perfect. So I wonder what it is. It's an okay Steelbook. It has the pendant that's featured as well as the front, so it's an okay Steelbook. Not the best. This one is my favorite though, and it is the Alfred Hitchcock Psycho Standard Blu-ray Steelbook, and the artistry on this is absolutely amazing. The colors are beautiful. You got the pink blood with the purple overtones and stuff like that, and on the back it says we all go a little mad sometimes, so that's really nice. But unfortunately there is no inside artwork, so that's a bit of a bummer. Now, next, these are my more recent 4K Steelbooks, and this is the Dracula 4K Steelbook. I really like this cover. I usually keep the J cards. Sometimes those are used, so that didn't really come with J cards. But there's more art in the back, and that's really nice. So I usually keep it with the J cards. What do you guys do? When you collect Steelbooks, do you keep with the J cards or you just throw them out? I usually throw them out if it just says the 4K UHD, but this one says 90th anniversary, and it feels special. It seems special. And then you can't have Dracula without having Frankenstein. And I got this most recently about a couple days ago, or like last weekend, and it's absolutely beautiful. I still haven't had the opportunity to check this out, so I don't know what the transfer looks like. But if I'm judging it based on the Dracula transfer, this will be a hell of a film. Now, those were the Steelbooks. I will now get into the standard Blu-rays. First off was don't judge me, but I got this for like $10. And it was the Halloween and Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie remakes on standard Blu-ray. I don't know what to tell you. These were one of the first Halloween films I saw. I saw Halloween 2 when it first came out on those like bootleg Chinese flea market like things, like those side hustle Chinese flea market things. I got that, and I kind of liked it. I don't know, but again, watching it again, I think the first remake still holds up, but the second one is a piece of garbage. There's character assassination left and right. It's absolutely depressing of a movie. They did Laurie Strode dirty. They did Sam Loomis dirty. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. But the first movie is pretty good. So if you have to watch the first one, I mean, it's $10. It was worth it. So now I have all the Halloween films except for, the later ones like H2O and Resurrection and all that stuff. Now next is I had Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal on standard Blu-ray. My brother didn't want to watch them until he watched Hannibal, watch Red Dragon, the prequel. So, I like this film. This is a great film. Anthony Hopkins, Edward Fiennes, Edward Norton, Edward Fiennes, Ralph Fiennes, and Edward Norton. So it's a great film. So I can't wait to and Philip Seymour Hoffman. So I mean, I was really disappointed with Hannibal, and I was really tempted to get it on 4K because I saw that laying around. But I'm like, you know what? Nah, it wasn't that good of a film to warrant a 4K. So maybe the shots in those like artsy Ridley Scott shots in Paris or Italy, I think, but I don't think it's worth it. But Red Dragon's definitely worth it. We need a 4K of this because I know we got Silence of the Lambs last week, but I was still unable to find them. Next is the 30th anniversary. This is my last unboxing I did. Please check that video out. I'll put it up here. But it is the Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, the 30th anniversary edition, and this one is really good. Okay, it's just a. I thought you hear that. I thought that was a loose disc, but it's just a manual. But I recently got this at the Cinema One sale. This was really cheap. This was like $15, and I'm really excited to get back into it because I saw it on Amazon Prime, and the transfer was really good because they use the same 4K transfer, but again, it's a streaming service, so I don't know how good that's gonna be. But this is the Blu-ray with the newly remastered with the 4K screen negatives, like the screen recapture negatives. So I'm really excited to get into this and see if it's any different from the streaming service, which is probably will be. But yeah, Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. And now the last horror / Halloween standard Blu-ray I got was the the Addams Family 2-pack. I mainly got it because of the first one. I think there's a 4K. I'm not too sure, but I wasn't able to find it. But yeah, the second movie is more of a like November-ish, like Thanksgiving type movie. So I'm excited to get back into this. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also had this Steelbook, which is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Steelbook. Now this was pretty good because I got this the last day of the sale. So I bought it $19 here in Canada. I went to a physical media store. They had this lying around. I'm like, hey, how much is this? And they said $45. And I'm like, are you kidding me, Doug? This is a good transfer. It's okay transfer. The Steelbook is decent. I prefer this over the other Steelbook, but for $45, god damn, dude, hell no, dude. But I'm excited. I'm thankful and grateful I got this for $20. So I'm excited to have this in my collection. This was one of the first Steelbooks I got, and I was very excited. Now we're delving into the more of the 4Ks, and this first one I got was The Thing. I recently just watched this for the first time because I'm continuing my John Carpenter collection, and I'm watching all the like iconic John Carpenter films. This was on the list, and you can't go wrong. I know a lot of people hated it when it came out, but dude, it's not even a product of its time. It still holds up. Like the practical effects is absolutely amazing. The gore is amazing. Some people didn't like it for the gore, but I mean, dude, it's about a flesh-eating alien who assimilates to different people to survive and stuff. Like, what do you expect an alien's gonna do? Slightly like politely ask you, hey, can I take over your body? No, they're gonna fucking rip you apart. Anyways, this was The Thing. This was a rare find because here in Canada, I know even in America, some people can't find this on 4K. And there wasn't even a Steelbook, I don't think. So yeah, I was really grateful to get this at Walmart for $22. So that was absolutely amazing. Next is, I got The Shining. Stanley Kubrick classic. I haven't watched this film. Well, I watched it recently, but before that, I hadn't watched this movie since grade 9. So when I was 14 years old, rewatching this, oh my god, I fell in love with this movie. The cinematography, just the way everything is captured, and the story is told through imagery. It's absolutely amazing. In fact, it is my favorite horror film ever made. It's still creepy. It still holds up because I know a lot of older films, especially pre-90s, so before the whole where they'd film creepy shots and like jump scares and stuff like that and tensions. Now I know there's a lot of like Alfred Hitchcock's film, but they're not really that scary. Like neo 90s and Japanese horror, those are fucking insanely scary. I'm just talking about like older school films. Anyways, I don't know what I'm saying, but The Shining still holds up for being a 41-year-old movie made by one of the greatest directors of all time. It still holds up, and I highly recommend you get this on 4K because it is one of the best 4K transfers I've seen. The HDR is absolutely amazing. So yeah, The Shining. And then from watching The Shining, I was absolutely amazed, and I had to get Doctor Sleep. I mean, you just had to, because it was on sale. The beginning of the film really irked me because I hated that subplot of the like soul sucking, shine sucking vampires. The way they introduced them were so cheesy and shitty. I hated it. Like it was about some like lesbian anti-men woman who steals from like grown-ups and stuff. I don't know. She's a 25-year-old, not 25. I think she was like 18 or 17 playing a 15-year-old, but she looks 25. I was like, God damn. But as that ended and they got more back into Danny's story, oh my god, it's an absolutely fantastic sequel. You couldn't have asked for a better sequel. Now, I know there is the director's cut on the standard Blu-ray. I just watched the normal cut, the theatrical cut that's on the 4K. I need to recheck it because I know there's a lot of scenes that, like, all of the fan service scenes, like, if you're a big fan of Stanley Kubrick's Shining, you're gonna love this movie. And the visuals are pretty good too. It's a clean, crisp. The HDR is absolutely amazing, and everything you'd want in a sequel is great. Although they changed things around, I'm not going to spoil the film because it did come out fairly recently, about a couple years ago. But they changed things around as well as the Stanley Kubrick did, but it did it for the better. My brother didn't like the changes. I didn't mind it. I actually kind of liked it narratively. But besides that, the transfer is amazing, the HDR is amazing, the story is amazing. You know, I had to get it, and it was on sale, the Halloween sale. Now next is another John Carpenter film, and that is Prince of Darkness. I'm not gonna lie, I bought this purely on the speculation that it was gonna be another John Carpenter classic. You got Donald Pleasance in it, and it's a 4K scan of the camera negatives. I'm not gonna lie, this was kind of boring, dude. Like, the middle way, the opening and the ending were absolutely amazing, but that middle part where they go to the church and they're fiddling around with shit, it's just absolutely boring. There was no tenseness, no eeriness and stuff in it, but once it kicks up, it kicks the fuck up. And it was really nice to see, like, ethnic diversities being treated as like normal people. Like, you don't see like Asians as like a convenience store worker with like a heavy thick Asian accent or like a Chinese accent and stuff like that. Like, they're represented how they were represented. It was pretty cool. It was nice to see that stuff. You had Asian people, black people. There's no Indian people or no Mexican people, especially in California. Like, come on, dude. Like, California, there's hella Mexicans. But Alice Cooper has a pretty decent sized role in this film, so if you guys haven't seen this, I would recommend it. Maybe not on 4K, but I just got it to complete my collection, and it came with a slipcover, so you can't go wrong with that. Now next is the Halloween sequel. Now, you couldn't have asked for a better sequel. Only thing I didn't like was that it took away from 2, and I feel like 2 had a lot of character development between Laurie and Michael, especially the whole sibling thing, because it made a little more sense. But then I guess, you know, when you watch the first Halloween again, you know, Laurie's the first person he sees visit his house and not like intrude. So like, there's like a whole like thing where it's like, oh, Michael fell in love with Laurie that day, and I'm like, why is he trying to kill her and that kind of stuff. But besides that, this is a great sequel. I know some people don't like this film, but I mean, like, dude, you gotta take it with a grain of salt, dude. Like this is a great Halloween film. It goes back to the old ways. We hadn't had a good sequel like this maybe in like 20 years. Those 2 other shitty Halloween movies, especially with the Rob Zombie films, like, this is an absolute banger of a film. So yeah, that was the last 4K. And then obviously, if you've seen my videos, if you guys are new subscribers, you guys know why you're here in the first place. And I give all my so thank you. Also, I surpassed 100 subscribers, so thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed to me. You guys mean the world to me, and this motivates me more to make more quality content. That's why I'm using my DSLR, because, you know, I'm done being lazy. But it was the Scream Factory Halloween releases, so I got all 5 of them. My opinions are, this one is the best because of Dean Cundey's amazing, fantastic work as a director of photography. The shots are so beautiful and rich, and which conveys towards the higher quality of picture quality. Like, if something's filmed nicely and it's in a higher quality, it's gonna look nicer, as opposed to like 5, where it's just like, yeah, maybe it's more detailed, the HDR is nice, but like on what? Like the director of photography, the cinematography on it is not the best. It's filmed like your most generic horror slasher, and it does not stand up, especially nowadays. Like, you have a movie that came out 10 years prior that shits on this. It shits on this. But, a lot of people are saying this is the best transfer. Maybe details are better. Maybe the HDR is nicer, but like still the Dolby Vision, Dolby HDR 10 plus. But it still doesn't mean well if it's just a bunch of shitty full screen images of a bunch of people having sex and stuff. Like, it doesn't stand up, in my opinion. If you guys like it, God bless you. But for me, it didn't work. Now, some people like Euphoria. I asked about Euphoria Pictures, and he said he liked this. The Halloween 2 was his favorite one. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It doesn't hold up. Like, you can tell, like, especially with the 4K transfer, you can tell that Jamie Lee Curtis is wearing a wig, and it kind of looks cheesy. But again, it's contained to a single location, and it's not like in not Django Unchained, but it's not like in Red Dead Redemption. In Hateful Eight, not Red Dead Redemption, Hateful Eight, where it's in one, but there's a lot of rich and detailed places on all the stuff you can see. I'm excited. Can we please get a Hateful Eight 4K Blu-ray? Like, come on, dude, that movie would be amazing in 4K. But going back to this, I mean, it's a good transfer. It's just there's nothing really, like, especially with these other ones, except for 3. 3 was pretty good. That had the blessing of having these vibrant colors and masks and all that stuff, and a decent cinematography. But the rest of the other films were okay, not the best, but again, you can't beat the first one. So that was all the 4Ks I got this month, in the month of October. This was my update. Got a pretty darn tootin' collection going on. So expect a Black Friday haul vlog and a whole hunting vlog. I'll hopefully, because I know a lot of people say, like, I know another, I don't know his name, but a Canadian BlueTuber said that for Blu-rays and 4Ks, the best time to get it here in Canada is Boxing Day. I don't know. I'll check it out. Maybe I'll do some hunting on Amazon.com instead of .ca. Switching my browser and just paying for the import fees. Because it's okay. But anyways, that has been it. I am Mason for the MockBuster YouTube channel. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day, night, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching this, to watch another video of mine. Thank you again so much for the 100 subscribers. It means so much to me, and I'm grateful to all 111 I think I'm at right now. So yeah, if you guys love physical media, action figures, NECA figures, 4K Blu-rays, Steelbooks, well, I'm getting into Steelbook collecting. But besides that, if you like daily content, I post daily. Like, I hustle hard on this channel. So it'd mean the world to me if you guys subscribed, liked, and commented down below, I don't know, your favorite 4K, what kind of 4Ks you got, or your favorite 4K that you got this month. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching another video of mine. I am Mason for the MockBuster YouTube channel. Please have a good day, night, evening, afternoon. Whenever you're watching this, please stay safe, God bless, and cheers. Peace, love, and physical media. Cheers, guys.